We're about to get started. So I wanted to go over 3 principles of the law of attraction today. All right, I just want to go over just 3 principles to give you so that you can understand. So the first thing, there are 3 things I want you to understand today. Number 1, the law of attraction, the 3 principles of the law of attraction. The first law of attraction is like attracts like. Like attracts like. So you've heard people say things like, opposites attract and things like that. Well, the truth of the matter is, you know what we're talking about when people say opposites attract, that actually opposites don't attract. The truth is what they're talking about is you meet somebody, you date somebody, and that person, so like me, I'm loud, okay? But then you date somebody who is quiet, but you think that you're opposite. But the truth is you're not opposite. What I always tell people is what makes you opposite, you're confusing personality traits that are opposite. But the core value of the person that you're with is the same. Like I always tell people, I said, my wife, even with my wife, I'm loud, she's not loud. And I said, I'm aggressive, she's not aggressive. But our personalities are different, but our core values are the same. So your core values are the things that keep you together. We value family. We value allowing the other person to be themselves. See, what people get twisted is most people don't understand opposites don't attract. Core values attract because they're the same. Let me give you this. They've done studies on this. They say that there are people who, many people who are in the same social economic group, they hang together. People who have the same beliefs as you. You're not going to have pretty much a conservative. You may have some. There are some marriages that I see conservatives married to liberals. I get that. But most of the time, people hang out who believe like they do. Mostly tall people date tall people. And y'all, I'm not saying they're absolutes. But what I am saying is like attracts like. Now get this. Why is that a principle of the law of attraction? Here's why. Because there is something in you that is attracting the type of person you're getting. Okay? Now you might not know what that is. So you're saying, I am attracting somebody who is, not emotionally available or whatever. Well, on some level, you must not be emotionally available. And what you have to do sometimes is dig and find out what that is because two incongruent things don't attract each other. They just don't. Okay? And so what I'm simply saying is if you're attracting a certain kind of person, you have to look deep inside yourself and say, why? You have to question everything you believe because there is a thing in you that is attracting this type of person. Y'all, don't we hang around people who have similar values that we do? If you get somebody with the exact opposite values, you know what, Kelly, you sound like my wife's friend. Talk about you got to be tall to ride this ride. But the truth is, that's true. So what I'm saying is you either attract someone who has a similar personality or something you desire, or there's something about you that is attracting that person because like attracts like. Now, here's the thing. What most people don't do is they're unwilling to look at themselves. They're unwilling to look deep inside of themselves and find out if I'm attracting these kinds of men. If I'm attracting these kinds of men, then I should understand what is it about me? What is it about me that is attracting them? What is it that I believe? Y'all, because it's something that you believe. It's either something you believe or some person that you've become. And so when you understand what that is, then all of a sudden you say, I got it. Now I can fundamentally change those things to attract something new in my life. Y'all, and that's why we're doing this 3-day challenge that's free. The 3-day challenge manifests your life, creating momentum to get what you want out of life. If anybody wants to come and join this group, it's free of charge. Just say, I want in, I'm in, and I will send you the link to the group. And so what you need to understand is the law of attraction works, whether you believe it or not. It's just like you might not understand how it works. You don't understand how gravity works. But if you jump off the top of your house, your ass gonna break your leg. That's all I got to say. If you jump off a building, we won't see you tomorrow. And so you don't understand how gravity works, but you know that it works. And so because it works, what I'm saying to you is just understand the principles behind it. The laws, the universe is governed by principles, y'all. It's governed by principles and laws. And the thing is, the law of gravity says these principles and laws, the law of gravity says this, is that what goes up must come down. And so when you jump off a building, you don't have to know how it works, but you know that splat is the wrap, okay? So the first thing you will know tonight is like attracts like. All right, Pam, I'm going to send you the link. I'll send you the link to the group. And the group is growing. We just started it. And so, y'all, what we want to do is we'll start this group off with a challenge. And this 3-day challenge is going to be powerful. The second thing I want you to understand is this. The law of attraction works like this. Okay? Second, point 2. Give that which you desire. Give that which you desire. So now when I'm coaching people, and so here's the thing I tell them, and they're mad at their partner. Well, the partner won't do this. Partner won't communicate. The partner won't do this, this, and this. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. Do you do this, this, and this? The very thing that you're asking for, are you willing to give it? And they say, no, because they don't give it to me. And I said, look, as long as you have that mentality, as long as you believe that thought, operate by that thought process, you're never going to get the thing that you desire. And they say, well, why? Why do I have to give it first? I said, because it's a law. The law of reciprocity works like this. Give that which you desire. If your partner doesn't communicate, here's what I want you to do. Start communicating first. Now, I'm saying there's a way to do it, but you be the one to initiate the communication. And then the law of reciprocity kicks in. It's just like that, you know, the Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. Law of reciprocity. That's a law of attraction. You give that which you want will come back to you. So what I always tell people, my wife is good at this, y'all. And I couldn't understand it. My wife is a professional comedian. And I couldn't understand it for years. She used to, you know, like a comedian could be garbage, trash. She'd be standing up, cheering for him. We would go to a comedy show. I'm looking at her like embarrassed. I'm like, everybody knows they were trash. But what I realized y'all, she was simply giving what she wanted. And now that she gets standing ovations wherever she goes, she planted the seed way back when, y'all, when nobody was willing to clap, to celebrate the comedians that were up there who were bombing. She was. And she now, everywhere she goes, she gets standing ovations. Everywhere. Now, COVID, she ain't been performing a lot during COVID. And I'm like, baby, don't you miss? She was like, yeah, I miss it. She said, but I'm going to start doing Zooms. We're going to do conferences and everything. And she says, listen, because I believe that if I celebrate them, I will get that in return. And boy, that's what she gets. She gets now people calling her all the time doing Zooms. I'm like, how can you do comedy on Zoom? She said, the same way I do it, standing up. He said, you just develop it. You develop your presence on Zoom. And she says, you do it every single day. I was like, oh yeah, I do, don't I? She said, because think about it. Nobody's in here. You can't hear anybody. And then what you do is you develop in presence. So I'm like, dang, you are right. And so what I'm saying is listen, if you want a better relationship, if you want to attract a relationship, the energy that you're putting out, you're getting in return. If you think that all people cheat, all men or women cheat, if you think that nobody's going to treat you right, then that's what you're going to get back, because the law of attraction works on what you want and what you don't want. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows. I didn't say it's simple, but it's not easy, because we've been conditioned to do what we've been doing. We've been conditioned to think the way we've been thinking. We've been conditioned to operate the way we've been operating. How are you moving? How are you moving in the world? What are you saying? Who are you hanging around? What are you watching on TV? Well, all of these things feed your subconscious mind until you're willing to change the program that you're operating off of. Your subconscious mind is nothing but a program. It's a program that you've been operating off of for, let me show you how long, since in your mom's belly. In your mom's belly, when you're in your mom's belly, the third trimester, they say that we don't have a subconscious mind from that point till we're 7 years old. And everything we operate off of based on what is fed to us. And so our subconscious mind is the program that we operate off of. And that is based on the stimuli, what we received, what's been poured into us. And some of the things things that have been poured in you are not good. Some people have been molested. Some people have been, violated. Some people have been told that they were ugly, that they won't amount to anything. And that's the program that you've been operating off of. And if you change, and there's a way to change the program, you just got to be willing to do the work. If you're not willing to do the work, you can't change the program. And so what I'm telling you is in this 3-day challenge, it's going to be dope as hell. It's free, y'all, but we're going to show you the principles. And I'm saying some people gonna get it, some people not. But I have decided the reason why, and I ain't gonna go into it on here, I'm gonna do it in a 3-day challenge. There is a reason why I do these lives every day. And it's something that I came up with last year. I was in a funk around September. And in that funk, I was like, I'll go ahead and tell y'all this, I'm gonna be honest. So y'all know I'm a personal development coach, branding expert, and I felt like, and I make a good living. I'm not tripping, but I felt like I'm looking at other coaches, y'all. I'm just being honest. Moment of transparency. I'm looking at other coaches, and I'm like, these are $1 million coaches. These cats are not as good as me. I've helped thousands of people change, y'all. I know it. I'm through my books, my seminars, through my talks, and I was in a bad place. And then I remember I prayed, and I was meditating one morning. And then I said, and I felt like it was the Spirit of God came to me and said this. Okay, you are where you are because of what you believe. And I've been knowing this, y'all, but sometimes the coach needs a coach. The teacher needs a teacher. Y'all, and when I went, I was like, what's got me in this situation is what I believe about myself. I don't believe on some level I'm worthy to get millions. And then y'all, and when I had to face that, first I was lying to myself like, no. But I'm telling you, it was something you believe. And y'all, once you dig into what that is, you can have what you want. All you got to do is be willing to do the work. And it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And now I get it. Things are changing. I got clients coming from everywhere. I don't even have enough room for clients. So I have to do classes like this now because I changed this, which changed my vibrational frequency. And now I'm attracting different kinds of clients. All right, and the last thing is this. I'm going to let y'all go on this Friday. Last principle for the day is nature abhors a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. Now get this. Hey, y'all, and what I mean by that is the way nature works is this. Okay, if something leaves, it's really the law of thermodynamics. If something leaves, okay, it's impossible to create an empty space like molecules because something, as soon as it leaves, something fills it, okay? So here's what I'm going to show you. You ever notice in your life, you don't have enough room for people, for another person. You want a good relationship, but you don't have enough room for it. So this is what I'm telling you. I remember this lady, one time I went to this seminar, and she said, here's what I did. She said, I cleaned out my closet. And she said, she says, there is no room for a man in my life. She says, what I did was my life is full of stuff. So I just did this symbolic thing. I cleaned out my closet and I stopped parking in the middle of my garage. Now get this, y'all. This is mindset. And she said, when I cleaned out my closet, and she said, and when I started, she said, I stopped parking in the middle because there was no other space for somebody to come into my life. I started parking on the right side so somebody could park on the left side. I cleaned out my closet. I cleaned out the closets, all the clutter. And what I did was I made room in my life because nature hates a vacuum. The reason why many people can't come into your life is because your life is cluttered with other stuff. Old boyfriend, old relationships, old stuff. You still got his same old shit in your closet. Stop it. Get rid of it. Because what's happening is now you can't get in another relationship. Well, this lady did that. In 6 months, she met a guy, and in less than 1 year, they were married. See, because nature abhors a vacuum. And the truth is, So let me tell you what I did, y'all. All right, so this is what I did. All right, and I'm working on this law of attraction, law of manifestation. I'm manifesting in my life the things I want. So I decided that during COVID, I was going to remodel my house, right? So here's what I did. This is funny, y'all, but it makes sense. I said to myself, okay, because this, doing that could be kind of expensive. So I said, all right, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make room for the new stuff. I'm going to clear out all the stuff from Goodwill. Let me clear out the clutter. Because if I want something new, do you know, all of a sudden when I cleared it out, everything started coming. I started getting deals. I started getting more money. I started getting everything to remodel this house. And I was thinking to myself, this stuff works, y'all. This stuff works. So I said, first of all, okay, I'm going to need X amount of dollars to get it done. So I said, okay, I'm going to manifest that money. Then what did I do? All I did was begin to think a certain way, which raised my vibration. And now, y'all, people can't believe all of the work that I've had done for the price that I've had it done. And it's coming. Y'all, I'm just simply saying this, is if you want to attract someone else in your life, what I need you to do, I need you to get rid of the stuff that's keeping you from attracting them, manifesting them. And I'm going to go over the difference between attraction and manifestation. They are a little bit different. The movie The Secret that made the law of attraction actually very popular, but they are different. Law of attraction simply talks about like attracts like. Manifestation is the process of it actually becoming a reality. They work hand in hand, and we're going to talk about them. All right, y'all. That's my time for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And remember, every journey starts with one step. Be willing to take yours today. I'm out.